Let's speak about a little bit about your heritage. How are you a Liberian? Where'd you go to high school, and what's the connection to that culture for you?
My mom and dad were both born in Liberia, and they moved here when they were about like 12 because there was a coup that happened. So my great uncle, he was assassinated on site.
Wow.
And because he was speaking about apartheid and, trying to, just fight for his country and fight for our rights. And anybody with the Tolbert last name, they had to be shot on sight because of the lineage, So they had to flee. And my 2 aunts and my uncle went to the UK, and my mom went to the States with my grandma. And from there, time passed. I went up to Minnesota because my aunt was getting married, and then my mom was like, this is not a bad place to stay. And then time passed again, and I was at Hopkins. So shout out to Hopkins. That's where I got my start. My high school coach, Nick Lovis and Austin Salargo, they coached me more than just being an athlete, being a good human, a good person. I never really had a father figure in my life, but Lovis was like my dad.
Yeah.
So I looked up to him mostly, and he just taught me the ways of just how to be a man, being life, and then came here. But I wanted to represent Liberia for my mom because she hasn't been back since she left. And I know it's a real sore and traumatic subject for her. And as I grow up, I'm understanding more and more how traumatic it was being ripped from your own country and you don't know why, and then not being able to go back because of the trauma that's there, And I don't think my mom ever went to therapy or had, talked it out with anybody, but she's not going to talk it out with her son. She's going to act like everything is okay,
Yeah.
And so yeah, my mom and my dad, so me running for Liberia is the least that I can do to pay respects of, just for her and where she came from.
Did you ever have that conversation with her that motivated you to do so?
I had, yes. I was like, Mom, the U.S. or Liberia, which one do you, choose? And she was like, whichever one you want. I'm here to support you. And I was like, at the end of the day, since she supported me, let me go support her the best way that I can. And obviously Holloway helped me out with that decision as well. And he was like, you can make a name for yourself over in Africa, so I think it's the best for you to choose this route. And I was like, yes, sir.
So you're telling me right now, before you came along, your name or association of name and lineage, people were trying to erase your bloodline.
Yeah.
And then you come along, and now you become one of the stars and heroes of your country.
Yeah.
That's
Same
crazy.
name and bloodline.
Same, yeah.
It's crazy.
That's amazing, bro.
That's
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing,
definitely,
Mm-hmm.
definitely
because it was
amazing.
Our family tree is so rich in history, but it was wiped away because of greed and jealousy. So every time that I find myself every time that I feel myself being that way, those feelings, I try not to, so I can rewrite, who I am, so that my kids are not like that, and then, so on and so forth. But yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.